Hey friends, I'm Vince Mariani, CEO and team leader of Keller Williams Charleston. We've been having a ton of conversations with agents about how to systematically increase their dollar per hour so that it's all dollars and no hours. And the reason we're having this conversation is it's been a crazy couple of years in real estate. And a lot of agents have been asking, how do I add more time and get more time back into my life and into my business? And there's three ways to do it. It's systems, tools, and people. And we're going to talk about how to do it through people and with people today. So, $10,000. Let's say I earn $10,000 in gross commission income. National Association of Realtors tells us that the average transaction from lead procurement to close is about 50 hours. So we're going to rock with that number today. So if I earn $10,000, I've worked 50 hours in this particular transaction, that's $200 per hour. Now, if I want to systematically increase my dollar per hour so that it's all dollars and no hours, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of and leverage off to somebody more gifted in this space all of the non-dollar producing activities. For example, 80% of a real estate transaction can be done by a non-licensed individual. So, the highest dollar producing activities in real estate are 6 things: lead generation, lead follow-up, negotiate contracts, go on appointments, script practice, and build your database. I'm not going to give those away right away because those are my highest dollar producing activities. I'm going to give away the other 80% of activities in the real estate transaction. The first hire is going to be an executive assistant according to the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. Now, if I hire an executive assistant and I pay them $20 per hour, they're going to take 20 hours of the transaction and I'm going to pay them $400 for that particular transaction. That's going to leave me with $9,600. Now, how many hours did I work? I worked 30. What's really cool about this is I just increased my dollar per hour to $320 per hour. This is awesome. However, I still have 30 hours of the transaction to continue to leverage to somebody better. So the next hire is going to be a transaction coordinator. A transaction coordinator typically costs about $400 per transaction. Now, we can have a conversation all day as to who's hired first, the executive assistant, a buyer's agent, or a transaction coordinator. The model tells us that first we hire an executive assistant, then a transaction coordinator. If you want to have a deeper dive into this conversation, give me a call and we can talk through what actually works and makes sense for your specific business. However, we're going to rock with the model. So I'm going to pay an executive assistant $400. I'm going to pay a transaction coordinator $400. I'm going to be left with $9,200. The transaction coordinator is going to take about 20 hours out of the transaction. That's going to leave me working 10 hours in the highest dollar producing activities. That leaves me with $1 per hour of $920 per hour. This is epic. There's still 10 hours left. So what do? We give away the highest dollar producing activity, and typically we do that through a buyer's agent or a team agent. The Millionaire Real Estate Agent book typically says that a buyer's agent or a team agent is compensated 50-50 of the deal. This is going to change based on the rainmaker, based on their business, the value that they provide, but we're going to rock with 50-50. So the same 10,000, a 50-50 split with the buyer's agent and the rainmaker. Now, at Keller Williams in Charleston, our split is 26% capped at $8,000 for a team agent. This is cool. Let's assume they're not capped. This particular buyer's agent is going to have a 26% split, so they're going to earn 74% of that 5K. That's going to leave them with $3,700. How many hours did they work in that transaction? 10. The buyer's agent dollar per hour is $370 per hour. That's awesome. An individual agent typically earns $200 per hour. The buyer's agent earns $370 per hour. The rainmaker They still have to pay the transaction coordinator, they still have to pay the executive assistant. That leaves them with $4,200. How many hours did they work in this transaction? 0. Outside of leadership, coaching, mentorship of the buyer's agent and the team. They've increased their dollar per hour to $4,200 per hour. All dollars, no hours. This is how you scale. If you want to have more of a conversation, again, specifically based on your business, give me a call, 609-374-7865. Vince Mariani at kw.com is my email. Truly looking forward to having a conversation. To the top we grow together. Thanks.